White shirts on the pitch, running fast through the night. Every heart beating loud under floodlit sky bright. So to London stand strong, in the stands they belong. Voices echo like thunder, to the club they sing along. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. King's fire in his eyes, glory's what he seeks. With every goal he flies, rising to new peaks. From the lake to far and wide, with the pride of the fight. On this journey we'll ride, with our passion burning bright. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. From the lane to far and wide, we're the pride of the fight. On this journey we'll ride, with our passion burning bright. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. With all our might. With all our might.
Hi, good evening, and welcome to THFC Till I Die, home of Tottenham past, present, and exciting future under the number one most important Australian ever to come out of Australia, Ange Postecoglou, as he guides Tottenham Hotspur to their first semi-final in the League Cup since 2021-22, as we last night just about got over the line against Manchester United. Spurs do it the hard way. I mean, I love to watch a Spurs game where I don't need medical attention after the stream. That I don't need to have paramedics on standby to give me heart massages because Tottenham wants to send me in to have a heart attack. But look, we're over the line. We're in the semi-final. But joining me tonight to go over that match and go over some of the controversial moments of that game as well, and maybe give his own opinion on Manchester United and Spurs, as we also look ahead a little bit, not much, that's tomorrow, to Liverpool on Sunday. It's the usual co-host. It is Colin from THFC Till I Die, from MUFC Spotlight, and also Full-Time Sports Network. How are you, Colin? And it's great to have you back, man. I have missed you live on air.
I missed you too, man. I've so many issues going off. My PC when I switched it on, 'cause it's the first time I switched it on a while, was like, what are you doing? So yeah, that were interesting. Didn't think I was going to make it, but I'm happy to be back. I'm going to talk football as we always do. How are you?
Yeah, do you know what? I'm all right. I'm happy. I'm happy we're in the semi-final. I'm sort of not happy how we got there, but I'm happy we're in the semi-final. Woohoo! But listen, firstly, we've gifted out 10 memberships as a little gesture from THF side to you guys to say thank you for everything, because we did reach 2K last night. And look, I said a lot of it yesterday. It meant a lot to me. But Colin, what does it mean to you reaching 2K? I mean, this is a big thing for our channel, and it's the first step on the way to 100,000 subscribers. That's our end goal.
Yeah, it's a massive, massive thing. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed. It means like the world to me and Dermo, because you know, we do this for the love of it. I mean, Dermo was talking to me earlier. He was like, I never thought I'd get to 2,000. I never thought I'd get to 1,000, let alone 2,000. And here we are. And we want to keep pushing the content out there for you guys. And, you know, we want to keep growing as a community because, you know, THFC Till I Die is the best community on YouTube.
Yeah, it is. It's. I tell you one thing I love about our community is everyone's fair with one another. Everyone is fair. Everyone is happy with one another. They respect one another. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my chair sorted. As you can see, THF.
Oh, we've lost sound, mate. You've lost your sound. We may have got 2,000 subscribers, but Dermo's mic's still playing up. Things will never change, ladies and gents. Never change. No, still can't hear you.
Yeah. Can you hear
Oh,
me
there we
now?
go. Oh, hello.
Yeah, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm back. And welcome back. Right, let's get over the who we get. We have gifted out 10 memberships to you guys, and also a bonus to that. You're all entered in the 2K giveaway. But we've got a slight sort of alteration to that. I was led on the false percentage by my co-host. So it's his fault. I'm taking no responsibility for it. All the responsibility lays on his hands. So you would like to tell people they are getting the Tottenham signed 1991 FA Cup final shirt, but not just from Gary Lineker. Because that's who you thought it was, and you led me for the last month to promote it as that.
Yes,
So who the hell is it really from? Is it from Billy Boggs from Bognor Regis?
Right. So here's the story. So the person I got it from didn't correct me when I bought it. It is authentic. There is a certificate of authenticity. I haven't looked at it because it's stayed in the packaging, because I didn't want to damage it or anything. So it's just there. So I've had a couple of talks with a few Tottenham friends that I've got, and I showed them what it was. Now, it isn't an FA Cup final shirt.
It's the one that won the FA Cup final.
Well, it's not.
It's the one that won the FA Cup final, I'm telling you.
Well, whatever. But it's not signed by Gary Lineker at all.
Okay, who's it?
It's actually signed by Paul Gascoigne.
Even better.
And there's me going, it's Gary Lineker. It's Gary. No, go on, push it out. No, it's Paul Gascoigne.
Even better. It's
Paul
signed
Gascoigne.
by Gazza himself.
Yes.
Wow.
So it's Paul Gascoigne.
And he did wear it in the final, but not for very long before he wrecked his knee.
Well, either way, it's Paul Gascoigne. It's not Gary Lineker. It's Paul Gascoigne.
I think that's even better, actually.
But like I said, I told you to promote it as Gary Lineker, and I'm like, yes, I've done this. I've got this Gary Lineker shirt, and then I showed my friend it through the packaging. He looked at the signature, and went, "That does not say Gary Lineker." I'm like, what do you mean? Because I didn't look at it. And you're like, what do you mean? He went, it says Gascoigne. I'm like, oh, right, okay.
I just won't tell Dermot. I just keep letting him go and I'm promoting it. But
Yeah,
listen, these are the guys. We've gifted out 10 memberships from the goodness of our hearts. We get 10 free every month from YouTube. And we've gifted them to you because we feel you deserve it. It's our little way of saying thank you for reaching 2K. So the people that are now entered into this competition is my old mate, my old mucker, Paddy Harnett. We've got Leo Starman Recordings. We've got Gary Becks. Big up Gary. We've got Joe. We've got Kev Williams. You're also been entered into this competition. We have Tot Spurs. We have Side Dancer F83. Now this is who is going to win it. I'm guarantee it, right? Early Doors Football ITV. No, Early Doors Football TV, right? The only West Ham fan I respect is now into that competition to win a Tottenham shirt. I mean, you couldn't make it up. He will win. You're guaranteed.
You know who's going to win. You know who's going to win.
Who?
Bobby.
Yeah, probably. Bobby's not a member, though.
True. That's true.
Bobby needs to be a member. We've got Steve D as well, the big D. We've got Phil Coys, and then that is the 10. So they're 10 new members. Mr. Brady, if you get a membership, you get into the competition as well. Because you've technically retired. Well, semi-retired. So, you can enter it as well. It's a Paul Gascoigne shirt, by the way, the Godfather, not Gary Lineker.
Yeah, sorry. That is my fault.
Yeah. Big up to...
Just to clarify as well, sorry, obviously we are going to do this live, and we will do it on the screen, just to show you a little bit of how it's going to look. So, there's not going to be any rigging or anything. You're going to see it all as well. I'm just going to quickly show you what it's going to look like. Okay. So this is how we're going to do it. We're going to put everybody who's a member onto this wheel, and then it'll be one click, just like that. And whoever's name it lands on, obviously this isn't real, whoever's name it lands on will receive the prize. So it's complete fate.
Tequila's won something. I don't know what he's won, but there you go.
There you go, Tequila.
Yeah, and Philip as well, and Carl. Carl never wins anything. Want to say big up to Peter big up Peter Kennehags from Australia. He says, hi all, it's 6:34 in the morning in lovely Melbourne. This fella, I don't know who he is. He keeps coming in all the time, THFC till I die. He says, good evening. Handy if you could spell too. You know, dyslexia is a bitch, but you live with one. You live with dyslexia is a bitch. That's what I meant. Not you live with one, dyslexia, never mind. I'm just getting myself into a hole here. And then we've got the Godfather himself, the man that's on the Tottenham Mount Rushmore of Tottenham fans. He's up there with Wilton. He's up there with Peter M. And Philip Brady's up there as well. We've got one more space. Now, I was thinking of putting him next to Donald Trump, but I thought Philip might get a little bit tetchy with that. What do you think? As a surprise for Mr. Brady for Christmas, we stick him next to Donald Trump up in the Tottenham supporters Mount Rushmore of legendary Spurs fans. Do you think he might appreciate that?
No, I don't think he will. I don't think we should. I think the only time we should put Philip Brady next to Donald Trump is if there's a fist in it as well. You know?
Yeah, we should come up with something actually for that.
Oh God.
Philip can be the jail warden putting Donald Trump into prison.
It's a good job Donald Trump doesn't watch this, otherwise we'd be getting sued.
It will be. Yeah. Allegedly.
Yeah,
no,
allegedly.
Philip, yeah, he says no, Trump is a gooner. So there you go. It's even more reason to dislike him. He's an Arsenal fan. Anyway, but good evening, everyone. Welcome. Look, let's quickly talk about the match last night. Interesting quarterfinal. Look, it was a weird game. It was one of those games you play on FIFA. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't really defensive, weren't on top. But I want to start with this. Look, your goalkeeper. I want to start with the goalkeeper thing actually, because you and me had a little bit of debate about this, right? So here we go. This is the first picture you sent me, right? Now I'm going to go through the pictures. This is the second one, and this is the clearest one of all, I think, for me.
Well, that one's a little bit later as well, to be fair.
Yeah, but how many times have we seen this in the Premier League? And players, and not just last night, but over the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from. 100%, I get where you're coming from. But you can clearly see, like in that picture there, you can clearly see his hand is touching the keeper's hand, which is an infringement on the goalkeeper, which makes it a foul. In the next picture, you can see that he's got his arm across. I mean, you can see it in that bit as well. He's got his arm across his other hand, you know, which is an infringement. I get, obviously, it's stuff like this has happened to Spurs and everything. It's happened to a lot of clubs, you know. I understand that. And when something breaks your way, you don't mind it. But I am going to call out a lot of Spurs fans right now. You cannot have your cake and eat it, because if that happens to you against Liverpool and you all start going apeshit crazy about it, well, guess what? Tough tits, because it was fine yesterday. So if it happens to you next week or whenever, it's fine. That's all I'm going to say.
But you look at Burnley last year. I think it was Burnley against Luton. You look at how many times Vicario has been bullied in the penalty area. You look at how many times, you know, even Onana has been bullied in the penalty area. How many? I mean, do the officials? There was no VAR last night, and I think this is overlooked. What a great goal it was, by the way, from Sonny, direct from the corner. By the way, I think we should not. That shouldn't be taken away. What a cracking goal it was. Very rare you get a goal direct from the corner. But if you got a player jumping in against the goalkeeper and the goalkeeper's trying to jump up and punch it, and the other player does have to lever himself. But as Philip said, Onana, this is a very good point. He said Onana was decked by the Wolves player last season, got away with it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I came on here with you and said, you know, it was absolutely ridiculous and he should have been sent off. I literally said that live on the show. You know me. I'm one of the most honest Manchester United fans you'll ever meet.
I mean, look, you look at goalkeeper, you look at De Gea over the years, you look at our goalkeepers as well. Do the rules need to be changed where years gone by, goalkeepers was as a protected species? That if you touch the goalkeeper, a foul was given in the goalkeeper's way. But now, over the years, they've seen been a bit more lenient and a bit more. The rules have been softened. Do you feel the officials are not officiating the games right? It's not Tottenham's fault. It's not Man United's fault. It's more of an official's fault. It's more of a refereeing problem that we both agreed last night. The refereeing standard has been absolutely shocking over the last couple of seasons, Colin. And is that down to the Premier League? Is that down to the FA? Is that down to the refereeing association? Who's it down to? Whose fault does the blame? Because you're going to have this situation again and again and again with other teams. And where does the buck stop with? Who does the buck stop with, in your opinion?
Every single one of them, because at the end of the day, the referees on the pitch need to have a higher standards for themselves. You know, they're expected to be able to referee these games competently, and we've seen. I mean, it's such a shame we're talking about a decision like refereeing call because Spurs have got to a semi-final. That's what we should be talking about. I know we are going to talk about that. But yeah, I mean, then the FA should be putting pressure on them as well, saying, listen, you need to do better. Your standards have got to be higher. And then obviously the refereeing association needs to train them better and make them understand. I mean, the official rules are a foul on a goalkeeper is when an opposition player charges, pushes, or obstructs the goalkeeper in any way, prevents the goalkeeper from releasing or catching the ball deliberately, initiates a deliberate trip, or obviously then it's if the keeper holds on for it for more than 6 seconds, it's a foul. So
yeah, I mean, look, very quickly, I'm big up to Peter M. Peter, you've been given the membership, so you're in the draw for a Paul Gascoigne shirt. It's not a Gary Lineker shirt. It's a Paul Gascoigne 90 FA Cup final shirt, the wore in the FA Cup final in 91. So you're in for that draw. So enjoy that, Peter. Enjoy your membership as well, sir. I don't know if you were a member before or I gifted you a membership. I can't remember. Let's see. No, I must have gifted you a member. You were a member. Anyway, you're in the draw, Peter, anyway. Great to see you in the chat. Up there with the Mount Rushmore of legends of this channel and of this community. He says, big up to him in column. Everyone in chat. Bad decisions go every way. United's keeper should have been stronger. Justice Foster should have been more away. Do you know what? Totally agree with that. 100%.
Oh, no, yeah. I agree.
That's a balanced way looking at think about it, to be fair.
Well, I spoke to you yesterday about it, Dermo, and my thing wasn't the fact of Spurs winning because of that. It was the way certain Spurs fans acted like, oh no, it doesn't matter, And like I was trying to get across, if that had happened to Spurs the other way around, it would have been uproar because it happened. You can't flip flop about it. If you don't think it's right, then it's not right. I said in the chat as well yesterday, if United had scored that, I still would have been pissed off because it's a foul, and I probably am a little bit too close to it because I'm a goalkeeper myself. I've got a very protective goalkeeper union stance.
Yeah. Now, and the great Pat Jennings was in the stands last night, and I wonder what he would have made of it as well. But look at the times that he was bundled over and pushed. Look back in the 50s, the Man City played with a broken neck in an FA Cup final. So, over the years, goalkeepers have not been protected, and then we all come out, oh, goalkeepers must be protected, and then they're overprotected, and then they're not protected enough.
Yeah.
So it's a vicious circle for them. Just welcome a few more people in. Big up to Donna Collin. It says, Wogman, Mr. Miles. Wogman, Donna. Hope you're doing well. Peter says, yes, I am a member. I forgot you were. Sorry, Peter. Wogman, Mr. Brady, and Mr. Collin as well. She is saying, thanks, mate. And Peter says it was a high-scoring game because the keeper's errors read. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was like something out of FIFA. Before we get on to the quarterfinals, we haven't been on for a while together, so there's a few bits I want to talk about football-wise that does relate to Tottenham and does relate to Manchester United. Firstly, the Super League has now reared its ugly head again, coming of the Unified League. Still no promotion or relegation. I was watching Simon Jordan the other night talking to Jim White about it, and he said it would come back in some shape or form. It has come back in some shape or form. It's now been proposed to UEFA. Now, it's not to take over the Champions League. It's to start a whole new league. Now, I've thought a lot about this column over the last week or so, since this news sort of broke the last, say, 4 or 5 days. And what conclusion come to it? The likes of La Liga have ballsed up their league. Serie A have ballsed up their league. The French league have ballsed up their league, and they're looking to the Premier League and thinking, they've got the best league in the world right now. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's create a league, and we'll take some of them out of the Premier League, and that will get us all money. And also with the investment and takeover that's likely to happen at Spurs won't need the investment because A, they're going to get so much money from this unified league. So where's your thoughts on it? And question A, where's your thoughts on it? And question B, do you think teams will leave the Premier League to go to this unified league? Because if they do, I don't know what I would say if Spurs joined it. I think I'd be done. And if Man United joined it, I think you'd be the same, wouldn't you?
If Man United joined it, I would not watch another Man United game, and that'd kill me because I'm a Man United fan, diehard United fan. I will bleed red for this club. But if they ditch the Premier League to go play in this Super League just because of revenue and money, yeah, I won't be catching this Man United Spotlight channel. That'll be gone. I wouldn't even focus on United ever again. I think certain clubs might be interested. I think, Manchester City, if they get relegated,
That's the point. Will they join it? Because if they do get relegated from the Premier League with the chances that's against them, which I think we're going to find out later in the year, I think that's a very good point. Is Man City already joining this, knowing what's going around the corner? If Tottenham were to join it, I'd be the same as you. I would never watch another Spurs game again. And I bleed Tottenham. I was born in Spurs, Tottenham area. I grew up supporting Tottenham from an early age. Do you know what I mean? I'm Tottenham through and through. Always have, always will be. But I will not support them if they were to join this unified league and leave the Premier League. I think it's ridiculous. I think teams like Newcastle might join it. Man City probably join it. Everton may join it, by the way.
Chelsea.
I think Chelsea, West Ham. I think teams like that may join it, but
it's only selected clubs, though. This is the thing. It's always they only want the big boys there. Such as Spurs, United, Arsenal, Liverpool, etc., etc. I mean, I don't think it'll happen. Honestly, I don't, because we saw what happened last time. The fans rallied last time and made sure it didn't happen. I'm sure that would happen again.
Yeah. I don't think it will. I don't think it will happen either, but it's worrying that it keeps coming up. It keeps cropping up. It keeps cropping up. And why does it keep cropping up? Because the big two in every other league around Europe, their leagues are fucked. Yeah. Because they're looking at the Premier League and they're thinking, hang on, we can't do that. Well, you couldn't organise a piss up in the brewery because your leagues are 2-horse races. Will Celtic and Rangers join it? I doubt they would.
No, they're probably going to get an invite.
Yeah.
But again, I can see why some teams would be like, oh, actually, yeah, because they get to play against the Bayern Munichs and the Barcelonas and the Madrids, and all these other big clubs from around the world, because that's all they're aiming for is the big clubs. A Celtic or a Rangers might be like, oh, well, the standard we play at isn't as good as what they are, so let's go and prove how good we actually are by doing this. But at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know about a lot of fans, to be fair, but do you want to go watch Spurs play Real Madrid in Spain or Barcelona, or do you want to fly over to Italy and watch and play Juve in a normal league kind of format? No, you don't. This is what the Champions League's there for. You're muted.
With myself. No, that's what the Champions League, that's what the European competitions are for. That's why you finish high in the league every year, to get these fixtures. We went to the AC Milan game a couple of seasons ago in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. If we were getting that every week, I wouldn't enjoy it. The novelty would wear off very quickly. Peter M says unified league is a misdemeanor as it seeks to destroy existing national leagues. It's a replacement league, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
The likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid, PSG, all them Juventus, them teams are broke. them teams are struggling, and they look at the Premier League and they look how wealthy Spurs are. They look how wealthy Manchester United are. They look at Man City. They look at Man United. They look at Chelsea. They look at Chelsea spent over $1 billion on transfers, and they're thinking, why can we not have that? Well, let's all get together. Let's all ditch our leagues, and we can write our own league where we can make our own rules, spend as much as we want, and let's forget the fans. And people seem to forget football is us. We are football. If there was no fans, there'd be no football. And that's my opinion. I think we will do more on this column over Christmas. I think there is another story in it. And also very quickly as well, the World Cup draws, which we are going to do a show on over on Big Up as well. We will put the link in for that into the chat. So new channel over on the new platform, guys. So please do come over and support us over there. The World Cup has been given, of course, 2026 has gone to USA, Mexico, and Canada. The 2030 World Cup is a joke. That's gone to Africa, Europe, and where else? It's gone to 3 continents, plus 3 games being played in South America. So there's 6 countries hosting the World Cup in 2030. And then in 2034, where's it gone? Whole of the load is gone to Saudi Arabia, where nobody else was entitled to bid for that, by the way. Just a quick talk. I know we are going to get in this. I know it's gone away for what the show's about, but just wanted to get your thoughts on it. We are going to talk more about this over Christmas as a general football debate. Has football gone absolutely bat crazy? Is FIFA still the corrupt league that it was on the Sepp Blatter? And did you see how they hosted the draw, by the way? All done by
all screens and crap. We might as well have just jumped on it,
I'm surprised we didn't get an invite ourselves, Colin.
Maybe we did. Maybe we did. Maybe we missed the email. I don't know.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on it very quickly?
It's a joke. It's a complete joke. We've seen the effect because the Saudi World Cup's going to have to be played during the season.
The winter. Yeah.
And we saw the detriment of what happened last time when the World Cup was played in winter.
Yeah.
It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. But once again, FIFA, the world governing bodies of football are just greedy, fucking money-hugging bastards. And Saudi Arabia have gone, here you go. Here's a couple of 100 million. Let us have it. Let nobody else even put a bid in. Let us have it. Come on, thank you. And they've gone, oh, money. Yeah, okay, you go over there. You sign that paperwork. I'm going to count this money, and then I'm going to put it on my bed and make sweet, sweet love to it because they're greedy little monsters.
I'm not trying to get political, but surely things like human rights and
of course they should, but they don't
come into it.
They don't care. All they care about is what's coming to them. They do not give a fuck about human rights.
So is this the same with the Unified League? It's all about money. It's all
about money. They're getting a massive payout. So I'm going to see if I can actually find it. Hold on.
Yeah, but is UEFA behind this as well? Are UEFA going to get a cut out of this? UEFA, so I'll tell you what, we'll sponsor this league. We'll give you the okay, but we want a couple of 100 million out of it.
Of course they have. Of course they have. I mean, come on. I mean, right. This is what annoys me. Like the World Cup and stuff, right?
Yeah.
The World Cup is supposed to be played across the world, obviously. That's why it's called the World Cup. But normally, for a long, long time, it's been at places, at countries or continents that have had a lot of historic football. Brazil. I think they're still the all-time record winners. Spain have had it. Germany's had it. England's had it. What fucking, what history does Saudi have in football?
Morocco have got it in 2030. I'd love to know what history Morocco have. Like,
but this is what I'm saying, though. I mean, Dubai. What history Dubai have in the World Cup?
Well, you look at Saudi, right? You look at the boxing this weekend. You look at the Fury fight in Saudi Arabia, right? You look at Newcastle being bought by the Saudi corporation. You look at Spurs could be bought by a Saudi corporation. And you look at the getting into golf, the getting into something Formula One as well. It's just sport's gone so far away from what it was always meant to be for the people. And it's gone away, and football has lost its way. But listen, we are going to get into that over Christmas. It's not what the show is about, but we've got sidetracked, as me and Colin normally do, because we love talking football. But let's get back to... Sorry, you can say something, man. $1 billion.
They paid $1 billion to have it in Saudi Arabia.
They paid $1 billion.
Yep. They paid $1 billion. Dubai paid 880 million.
Right. That is the debate we will have over Christmas. I'm looking forward to that. Big up to Philip. Philip said, making Pat Jennings watch goalkeeping last night was like making Mozart sit through a Wombles kick. I love the Wombles Christmas song. Don't ruin it for me, Philip. I love the Wombling. No, was it? Wombling.
It's before my time.
Wimbledon, womble around. The Wombles are Wimbledon, something like that.
And
anyway.
now I've been copyrighted.
Why not? Well on, Gerald. Don't know what the comment was about, but anyway, why not? Anyway, I agree. I wouldn't support Spurs if this is Philip now. He's a fan over 70 years, like 50, 60 years. So agree. I wouldn't support Spurs if they left the Premier League. It's been coming for years. Gerard's saying, why not for the Unified League? He said it's been coming for years. It really has. It was mooted when I was a kid, and I'm 48 in February, so it's been mooted a long, long time. We got Peter. If Spurs join this crap, I'm happily close to Selhurst Park and can quickly adopt Palace. Do you know what? I'll probably join you, Peter. Now, another similar question is whether the 2034 Saudi World Cup would be worth watching. I can tell by Column's face, no.
No, I won't be watching it. Just out of protest, I won't be watching it.
Yeah. Big up to Chris Welsh. Big up, Chris. He says, big up that. Hope you well. We're grand. Yeah, Colin's going to set up a protest group over the 2034 World Cup or 2030. Yeah. So I will be joining them that. We will be chaining ourselves to some sort of gate. I don't know where. But
my garden.
Your garden, yeah, we're joining.
Yeah.
Gerard says, Sky started this toxic BS. Yeah, they did 30 years ago. This is just a bigger extension. Do you know what? I think that hits the nail exactly on the head. That hits the nail on the head, that comment. It really does. But look, it is a discussion for another show, and we will have it over Christmas. It is a good discussion, actually, debate to have. We'll get a few people on with that debate as well. Chris says, Premier League clubs will join this league, so I'm not believing the Premier League's PRBS. No, that's true. We've got Gerard. You think Levy don't want Barca at the lane? The tills will be jangling. Yeah, that's true. So true. Peter says, I guess this idea is not for the fans who are all watching on TV all over the world. So a European wide league is a product that we can sell on this platform. Yeah. But problem is, people will buy to watch it. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, they'll make billions of pounds if they go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Yeah. The snooker is moving shop. It's all about the jingle jangle. Jared said darts will be on its way soon. Chris is saying Europe. Jared said Europe can't afford to hold the World Cup no more.
Well, they can't if they're getting bids of 880 million plus are going in. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Barry Hearn wants to keep the darts in London, but a different arena. But the Hearns go where the money is, and they're smart business people. Gerard saying no human rights at Man City or Newcastle. Chris is saying, well, snooker is in Saudi. The perfect, to be honest, as snooker is not a sport that has atmosphere. That's so true. It's all about bringing football to the world.
No, I understand where it's coming from with that, and I'm all for bringing football across the world. But at least let other people bid for it as well. Don't just block everybody out because they've gone, here's stupid amounts of money. Because that's what they did. They went, here's all the money, make sure we get it.
Yeah.
And that's what they've done.
I'm not going to bring up your comment, Gerard, because I understand what you're saying, but I can't.
Yeah.
I tell you why. I get what your point you're making. I get the point you're making. Yeah, but we'll get done by YouTube. YouTube is such a sore mistress. Anyway, Peter Ram says, if FIFA was serious about winding the appeal of football in Asia, they should have encouraged India to bid for the 2030. That's a good point, actually. 2034 World Cup. People there love football. It's cricket's poor relation. That's a very good point, by the way.
But this is what I'm saying. This kind of goes back to what I just said about bringing football to the world. Yeah. Why have they blocked countries from putting bids in?
Yeah, I know. It's something we need to really look in over Christmas. It's a great debate show, actually.
It is. I mean, the other funny thing was, like, obviously, like, if you didn't watch it, everybody was on a Zoom call, basically. Yeah. And they all clapped. And then he had to clarify that that wasn't the way that they were voting because there was no vote.
He must have had ka-chings in his ear. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Also, we will go over the World Cup qualifying bids for England, Ireland as well. Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland for the next World Cup. We got a nice draw, actually. We should qualify in the playoffs from that. Of course, my question about 2034 assumes I'll still be alive, which at my age becomes an issue. Peter, you will be here. Me and Colin are going to freeze you. We're going to make you into the bionic Spurs man. You know, you will be the... What was his name in the bionic man? What was his name? Oh.
Bionic man?
The $6 million man. That was it. The $6 million...
I thought you were on about the... what's it called? Biostensinal man?
No, it's a $6 million man. It was a program in a TV series in the 70s and 80s. Lee Majors, I think, played it. I think it was Lee Majors that played it. And he had an accident and they made him into the 6 million. He was like the bionic man, basically. So we're going to make Peter into that. Keep
Steve Austin.
Steve Austin, there you go.
Stone Cold.
Yeah. We're going to make Peter into Steve Austin. There you go, Peter. And Peter's actually rolling around in his floor laughing at the moment. Everyone's saying, why are you laughing, Peter? They're going to make me the bionic man. Yeah. If you could wait a few years till this channel makes a bit of money, we will pay for it then. But we see, can we get it on the Never Never?
Yeah, we'll try and get it done by 2035.
Yeah. Yeah, and that goes for you as well, Philip, as well, if you're watching. Remember, we'll offer you the same deal as well. Just let us know if you want to accept that or not. Because me and Colin are doing it. We're never going to die. We're always going to be doing THFC till I die. Into the next millennium. We'll be still here, even as AIs. Anyway, let's talk about last night's game. Of course, it was played at the greatest stadium at all. Not Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It was played at the great stadium called White Hart Lane. The attendance was 57,409. It was a quarter-final against Manchester United in the League Cup. We did win 4-3. The referee was John Brooks. The fourth official was Gavin Ward. This is your chance. I want your ratings on the referee column and your ratings on the fourth official.
Referee of 4 because he was terrible. And that's not even just based on that one incident. He was just terrible throughout the whole game, to be fair. Giving fouls that weren't fouls, giving fouls that were so... I mean, sometimes, Dermot, I could go up to you and just blow like a little bit of wind on the side of your face, and I'm sure John Brooks had come jumping out of your closet to give me a yellow card and a free kick or something, because some of the things he gave free kicks for were ridiculous. Fourth official, Gavin Ward. I don't know.
I don't think he did anything.
No, this is what I'm saying. I don't know. I'll give him a 5 because I didn't really notice him.
Yeah, I mean, John Brooks was the worst referee and official I've seen in a long time. And I thought Anthony Taylor was bad, but this fella was 10 times worse. I thought Darren England was bad as well. But yeah, I give him a 5, and I give Gareth Ward probably a 7 just for turning up and sitting there.
He did well. He kept that seat warm.
He held up the board well. Yeah, he did that very well. Big up.
I've never seen it done better.
No, I haven't either, actually. This is my ratings for the Tottenham team. Guys, do put your ratings in the comments below, in the comment section as well. We're going to get Europlay ratings for the Spurs team as well, Colin. and then we'll go through little bits, and then we're going to bring up the Man United side of it, and then we'll end up with a massive little bit of debate about the match as a whole. I give Fraser Foster a 6, and Ryan giving him a 6. He gave away 2 stupid goals. And please, for the love of God, if God is watching and any Tottenham players watching, please do not pass back to him anymore. He doesn't play with his feet. He never can. He never will. He's a tree, but he's a tree that's done very well for us. But please do not pass back to him. Stop passing back. Hashtag don't give it to Foster. I give him Pedro Porro a 7. I give him the Draxler from Romania, Draxler, and give him 7.5. Archie Gray, I'm giving 7.5. He's been absolutely immense. The 18-year-old has really come of age. And whenever Ange has asked for them, he stood there. He's been counted. I'm here. I'm being counted because I'm standing up for this team. I'm standing up for Tottenham Hotspur. Jed Spencer, Jedi Master, 7.5. Another good game for him as well. Was subbed off after 91 minutes for Reguilon to make a fleeting appearance. But I thought Jed Spencer did well. Papa Sarr, 7.5. Played well. Basuma, 7.5 as well. Played well as well. Kulu got 7.5. Scored a goal. Good performance again for Sulu. Looked a little bit sluggish for me, but I think he's tired. But with only 15 fit players, for me, he's doing well and fair play to him. So 7.5 for him. James Madison must have his minds on the darts at Ali Pali, thinking he was there last night. He was absolutely woeful. I didn't think he did anything good in the match. I think he could have gone and watched the darts. And we could have put Bergville in that position because I think Bergville would have done a hell of a lot better. Sonny, captain, fantastic, 7.5 again. Took his goal, brilliant. Forget about the goalkeeper thing. The goal for me in itself was absolutely magic, and that's Sonny. So 7.5 for him. And for me, my man in the match went to Dom Solanke, 8.5 for him. 2 goals, bugged him well, but his work for the team for me goes so underrated for what he does. And as Peter said, weren't you? It was entertaining. Weren't you entertained, mate? That is it. Weren't you entertained, mate? Last night. Substitutes Bergville for Madison for Burford to welcome on. He gets a 7.5 for me. Brennan Johnson, not really enough time to make anything, so he gets a 6 because he's been damn right useless the last couple of games. And Reguilon as well gets a 1 because he just gets 1 because he's done solid all season and he makes a fleeting appearance. And for Ange Postecoglou, I give him an 9.5 for being entertaining to the Sky commentator at the end. Just for that alone, he gets a 9.5 from me. Very quickly, Colin, do you want to give your ratings for Spurs?
I mean, you've been very, very, very nice to a few of these players. I'm not going to lie. Forster, I'm going to give a 4 because, I mean, he wasn't very good. I know he's like obviously second choice keeper and everything. I get that, but he's not very good. I'll give you backline a total of a 7. I think that's fair. They did very, very well, to be fair, apart from obviously a couple of incidents. Sarr, Basuma were quite solid as well. Can't really say anything about them. I'll give them a 7. Madison, I'm going to give a 6. I forgot you were even on pitch, to be honest with you. He reminded me of Scott McTominay when we had him. He kind of like just disappeared. Often we were like, "Oh, you are on pitch. Why aren't you doing anything?"
I did think about that last night.
Son, I mean, fantastic goal by Son. I'll give him a 7.5. I'll match you there. Solanke, I'm going to give an 8 as well because I think Solanke was fantastic for you guys last night. And my man of the match is Kulusevski. Simply because, he is head and shoulders one of your best, if not your best player. When he's on form and he turns it on, there's not many that can stop him. And he did that yesterday.
Yeah, he did. And look, for me, Solanke, the 2 goals, he took the first goal very well. And I thought your goalkeeper was really at fault for that first goal, to be fair, Colin. I don't know. We will get into your lineup and your play ratings, but I did feel that the first goal was so unnecessarily to give away. Do you know what I mean? But Solanke was there. He does what any good striker does. He's in and around there like a fox in the box. And took the goal very well in off the post as well. But that's why. Kulu for you, Solanke for me. I'm warming to Solanke, where I was very underwhelmed when we bought him, but I'm warming to him now. On the substitutes, look very quickly on Brennan Johnson. He's quite divisive in the fan base at the moment. Doesn't do a lot of tracking back. I've always backed Brennan Johnson. I think he'll always will come good. I think he just needs, I think, a kick up the arse, I think, just to get his going. The youngsters, Gray, Bergville, Jed Spence, players that haven't, even Foster, haven't played much, but they have stood up to be counted. I know Foster made a couple of mistakes last night, but he did one save in that first half from a header where he got really down and picked it up off the ground around the post. Do you know, does that give Ange or a squad a lift when these youngsters are coming in and players that haven't played coming in? Does it give them a lift when they do play well? The likes of Archie Gray and Jed Spence and Bergville, especially the two 18-year-olds.
I mean, yeah, I think it does. I mean, the other thing you've got to look at as well is, it sounds weird to say because I know you haven't, but these are coming in to replace some of the older players. Regulon, who is probably on his way out. All these kind of players. So you've got to nurture them as well, just not throw them in. I mean, Gray's been doing very, very well. Spence, who we've had conversations about before, whether or not he'd be able to pull it back, seems to be doing very, very well for himself as well. Obviously, Forster's never going to get in the number one spot whilst Vicario's there, because Vicario's just simply better than Forster. But yeah, I mean, this is going to give him a massive confidence boost, and you need that because you haven't got an easy game this weekend, and your semi-final 2 legs is not going to be an easy game either. So
no, it isn't. You're so right there. But look, it does give us a major boost but we only got 15 players. We've got loads of players out. More about that tomorrow in the pre-match show, of course, against Liverpool, and we will go through the injury list. It is, I mean, for the squad we've got and the players that are out, I think them younger players can be damn well proud of them, and I'm very proud of them as well. We went through the goalkeeper thing again. I can understand where you're coming from, Colin, but look, maybe there's a show in that where we will debate VAR decisions possibly before the new year, maybe as a look back at how bad VAR is, and also the way that VAR still haven't brought in the new offside rule. And that's still coming. That's now coming in next season, which is all becoming a little bit of a debacle. This was some of the stats from last night. Tottenham 6 shots on target to Manchester United's 5. Expected goals 0-0. I don't get that. Touches in the opposition box 24 for Spurs, 40 for Manchester United. Possession percentage 46.30 for Spurs, 53.70 for Man United. And final third passes completed 105 for Man United, 67 for Spurs. So, Man United had to share the possession column, but just couldn't take the chances you were given. And, and we did we gifted you 2 goals. So if we didn't give you that, Man United, with all the possession they had, never really looked like they were going to threaten us, really, to be fair.
I think your XG is wrong, by the way.
I don't understand.
Man United's expected goals yesterday was 2.66. And
I read that.
Was, I think it's 0.87 or something like that, which I don't understand at all. I don't understand where they've got those figures from. I know it's based on shots on target, total shots and all that rubbish. But yeah, I mean, Man United were wasteful. Again, this is the issue that Man United face. We don't have players that are willing to put the balls into the box for the strikers, which means the strikers starve. And we haven't got an experienced striker. We've got Rasmus Højlund. That's it. And he's only a young lad. I think he's like 19, 20 or something like that. Xerxes might as well just, I don't know. He might as well just sit in crowd sometimes because he's about as useful as him. but yeah, I mean, we're 4 weeks into a new system. As I said, you know, I was expecting us not to beat you guys because you guys are in a better position than what we are. Even if
Yeah.
you've got injuries, you know, you're a bit further ahead. Your players understand the system and everything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just need things to change.
We do. Very quickly on Ange, his thoughts on the game. He says we played so well in control of the game. It's the way our season has gone a little bit. We self-inflicted some pain on ourselves, and then we had to scramble to get a foothold again. Ended up getting a fourth and winning the game. It should have been a lot more comfortable. That ended up. But having said that, I still can't get away from the fact this group of players is doing an unbelievable job at the moment to get us through this. The fact is, we again scored 4 goals and played some outstanding football. We got tired in the second half because we have a small number of players. We keep putting it out. We keep putting it out there. Obviously, that made it tighter than it should have been. But I'm so proud of the players' efforts. And I echo that. I think the players done fantastic last night, considering they only the same players played against Southampton, most of them 90 minutes. And again and again and again, they're standing up for Tottenham. On Fraser Foster, and it said he was disappointed because he was outstanding for us. Even before then, the first half, I thought he was really good with his feet. He found some great solutions. The first one probably affected his confidence a little bit. He lost a bit of belief, and the second one compounded it. Just because on that, he's been a really big player for Spurs. On Fraser Foster, you being a former goalkeeper, Colin, would the first mistake really would have impacted his confidence? Do you think that would have played on his mind? And do you feel the second goal that Ahmed, it was not really Fraser Foster's fault. It was more Ahmed chasing down the ball, running for the shirt, running for the badge, running because he was playing for Manchester United and giving his all. So do you really can you not blame him for the second goal, but definitely blame him for the first goal?
I mean, the first goal, yeah, it does not. I've been in situations very similar. You know, when you make a mistake and you know it's on you, it does affect you. Your head's down. You're like, oh, God's sake, what if it happens again? You know, you got all these thoughts. You got thoughts fighting in your head. You know, right? Let's not mess up again. Let's not mess up again. Which is pressure on yourself. You know, and then you've got the scenario playing out. Oh God, what if this happens? It's horrible. Goalkeeper is such a horrible, lonely position to play on the field because if you do something wrong, there's nowhere to hide. You know, if a defender makes an error, you know, he's got the thing like, well, why didn't the midfield stop it? Why didn't the goalkeeper stopped it? You know, he's got a couple of areas, but when it's a goalkeeper's fault, you know, all eyes are on him. So it's a massive mental effect. As for the second, I think for the Ahmad goal, I just think he needs to get it out of his feet a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
That's all it is, you know.
I think
but
so.
Obviously the previous goal will have still been on his mind, so he's probably overthought it and not realised. Because Ahmad's quick as well.
He is.
I'm not going to take that away from him. He's quick. And he probably hasn't realised how close Ahmad was.
I was so surprised how quick that lad is. He's a talent. He really is a talent. One of the best I've seen come out of the United's academy in a long time. On Dum Dum Solanke, and said he's been outstanding, scored against Chelsea a week ago. So people could keep going on about his goals, but it's his work rate. What he gives the team beyond his goals is unbelievable. His goals were quality tonight. Good striker goals. First one to react, the second one calm and composed, and a great finish. We would love to give him a rest, but he just keeps going and going. It's a credit to him and all the boys. Look, to be honest with you, before we get on to the draw, we'll leave that for a bit because I want you to bring up your PDFs as well and go through the Man United side of it, Colin, for balance. But for me, Solanke, I think he's been the buyer. I think he's proven a lot of people wrong, Dom Solanke, and he really is a credit. He's a credit to the club, and the work rate he's done is unreal. That's what I think you're missing at United, a striker like Solanke. He's very underrated.
Yeah, I mean, I was just about to say, you know, I dread to think how good Solanke would be in an Amarin system because it's all about hard work. It's all about putting 100% effort in. And, you know, you've got yourselves a decent little striker. I'm still not 100% sold on him. I still think there's better strikers out there.
Yeah.
But he's on the right track to proving me wrong. And when he does, I will happily sit here and say, look, I was wrong.
Yeah. Right, let's get on to your Man United bits now. Get your ratings of your teams and little bits where you're what you're going for. I see you've rated your team really highly there.
Oh yeah. So Bendia, I mean, a 4 from me. He's only played 3 games all season, and they've been staggered. He played in the 3rd round, the 4th round, and the quarterfinal. But just simply not good enough. He's nowhere near the levels. Lindelof, I've given a 5. Obviously, he went off injured again. Mazraoui, who's always been kind of outstanding for United, he's been quite solid for United throughout most of the season. So I gave him a 5 as well, even though he weren't prolific yesterday. Martinez, I mean, I don't know what's going on with him. He's fallen off a cliff. He really has, and I don't know why. Yeah, I don't even know, to be honest with you. So he's got a 3 from me. Bruno Fernandes, below par, but he's been below par for quite some time now, so a 5. Rasmus, again, not a lot of service, didn't really do much in the game, just ran about quite a bit, so I'll give him a 5. Christian Eriksen, still don't know why he's at the club, or why. I don't get it. He's too old. He can't play this level anymore. He's a fantastic player. With the ball at his feet, he's amazing. But he hasn't got the energy to play at this level anymore, I'm afraid. So I've given him a 3. I'm being very harsh, I know. Yoro, come back from injury. I thought he had a pretty decent game, to be fair, even though we did lose. I'm interested to see what he's going to be like when he's fully up and running. So he's a 5. Dallo, he's just doing a job. He's on the wrong side of pitch. He's not a left back. He's a right back. That's where he plays. So he got a 4 from me. Anthony, the useless fidget spinner. Again, why he's playing, I don't know. I really don't. Probably because we paid stupid money for him, so he has to play. He got a 3. Agate, who I think is highly underrated at Manchester United. A lot of people have been giving him stick. I think he was one of the better players on the pitch for us yesterday, so I'll give him a 5. I realised I've given Ahmad the wrong score, to be fair. Evans came on, did a job, got a goal, 5. Mainu came on, did a job, standard 5. Ahmad, that score that I've put on there is wrong. Yeah. Ignore that. That's supposed to be for somebody else. As you can see, I've kind of just copied stuff and just placed it down, so I haven't done it right. Ahmad, I'm giving a 7. He's the only person that's getting over a 7. I'll give him a 7.5, actually, because he's the only person that actually cares. You can see he cares. Nobody else does. So he was my Manchester United man of the match, and that's saying a lot considering he only came on in the second half for a little bit. Garnacho, a 4. Again, he's supposed to be our star boy. He's supposed to be golden Garnacho, and I don't know whether his head's in the game or not. It's just ridiculous. And Xerxes, again, that's wrong as well. That's supposed to be a 4 as well.
Yeah.
He got a goal, but didn't do anything else. I mean, why he was... if you can remember, I think it was Mazraoui who down on the right-hand side got to the byline and put the ball in. And I think 3 of Spurs defenders were like 5 yards in front of Xerxes. And Xerxes just kind of stood there watching this ball go into the middle where he should be.
I tell you what got me about Bruno Fernandes last night. I don't mean to call out any of your players, Colin, but I will bring that. If you could bring that back up again, I will bring it up. He got tackled by Papasar, right, on his right leg. He went down clutching his left leg. I mean, has the man no common sense or no decency to actually be honest? I mean, he was rolling around holding the wrong leg. I mean,
he just went to the Carl Walker School of Performing Arts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that Carl Walker. Yeah, we are going to go over that actually over Christmas about that as well. I'm going to talk about that when we do our Premier League review on New Year's Eve. And also when you can see him moaning, you've got United. You know that United have been got at when he starts moaning and throwing his hands in the air and everything like that. you got him rattled and probably the team rattled. But look,
But,
I wouldn't.
I mean,
Yeah, go on,
sorry.
sorry.
I'm going to say, judging just by those players that are there, there are 10 players on there that I'd sell. 10.
Yeah, I would say so. You know, if I'm giving you scores, I couldn't disagree with some of them. I think Ahmed, I gave him 8 because he done so well when he come on. But I think he was the most outstanding player. Haaland tried his best, but just didn't get any service. He ran and ran and ran. But I think Haaland and Ahmad, I think they're the only 2 players I would give any credit for. I think the rest of them should hold their heads in shame. But I don't care because you're out the cup and we're in the semi-final. Yay! We're on the way to Wembley. Nearly.
No.
Now, the draw was made after the game. There was a lot of fuss. Would we get Arsenal? Would we get Newcastle? And who did we get? Bloody Liverpool, the holders. The first legs to be played week starting January the 6th. The second legs to be played week ending February the 3rd. Please make it on my birthday. Please make a Tottenham game on my birthday because I can go to it on the 5th of February, please. Let's look. We'll talk about leave Tottenham for a minute. Arsenal, Newcastle. I would love Newcastle to beat Arsenal for obvious reasons. I think Newcastle can do it, Colin, to be fair. But do you think who's going to win that first leg? I'm going for Newcastle to win over 2 legs. Who are you going for?
No, I'm going Arsenal. I think Arsenal are going to get the job done in the first leg.
Yeah.
Because they're at home.
Yeah, that's true. Now, we're at home in the first leg as well. I would have preferred to play away first, to be fair, and play the second leg at home. I would prefer that. But look, it is what it is. Do you know what? I'm not being delusional. I'm not being out there. I think Spurs can win that. I think Spurs' name's on the cup this year.
I think you are being delusional.
Yeah, well,
I'm sorry. Liverpool are the most. This is coming from a United fan, and I would never speak highly about those Scouse trash bags ever.
Yeah.
But Liverpool are the most consistent team in the league this season. You might. I will give you either a draw or a win at home, but then you have to go to Anfield.
Which
and Liverpool do not.
Feat.
No, Liverpool do not. Are not getting beat at Anfield. Really, you know. If you get through, you deserve it. If you get through, if you beat Liverpool and you get to the final, then you deserve the cup because Liverpool are the best team left.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Spurs, but Liverpool are the best team left on form and results-wise.
Yeah. Do you know what? I would agree with you on that. Liverpool have been the most consistent team they've been the most consistent team this year. But I think that's more to. I said it too early. I think, didn't I? That I don't think it's more the incoming of Varney Slot. I think it's more that they got tired of Klopp and Klopp got tired of them. And I think a new manager coming has breathed new fire into them. So he hasn't had to build the squad. The squad was already there. But Liverpool have been a good team this year. Manchester City, 1 win out of 11. I mean, and people have been having a go at Ange and how bad he is. I mean, Pep's only won 1 game out of the last 11 in all competitions.
I think Pep's done.
I think he's done. I think he is done.
I think he's done. But I mean, you've got Liverpool this weekend, don't you?
Yeah, we've got Liverpool on Sunday.
Yeah, at home. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how that game goes.
So I'm going for a Tottenham Arsenal. No, I'm going for a Tottenham Newcastle League Cup final. I take it you're going for a Liverpool Arsenal League Cup final?
Yes. But like I just said, if Tottenham beat Liverpool, then I will say Tottenham will win the trophy.
Could you imagine doing a Tottenham League Cup final watch along with us, Colin? How nice would that be?
All right, mate. It'd be nice to see Tottenham actually lift some trophy because I've seen it for the last 2 years.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of it. I've seen us win 3. I mean, I was only 4 when we first won the FA Cup in '81. I was 7 when we won our last European trophy. So I've seen us win probably an FA Cup, a UEFA Cup, 2 FA Cups, a UEFA Cup, and 2 League Cups. And then '87, we should have won the treble in '87 on the day of 11.
I think I've seen you lift a league trophy, like the EFL Cup.
Yeah,
I think that's all I've seen. What 2008, 2006,
yeah.
2008?
But
2008,
the last time we beat Man United in the quarterfinal of a League Cup, we went on to win the competition. We beat Leicester in the final 1-0.
Yeah, Leicester aren't in the final though. In
Yeah,
1991. Right, go on. Go ahead and win the league.
No, 1999, I mean. 1999.
Oh.
Last time we beat Man United, the quarterfinal League Cup was 1999. We then played Chelsea in the semi-final, who beat us 2-0 or 1-0, I think, at Stamford, 2-1 at Stamford Bridge. We then beat them 5-1 at White Hart Lane to reach the final. I don't know if it was them or Arsenal, I can't remember. But we actually went on to we beat Leicester in the final. Ginola scored a screamer in 1999 against Peter Schmeichel, and that was the year United did the treble. You were on for the quadruple that year, and you won the treble that year. And Spurs were the only team to win the other trophy because you won the league and the FA Cup and the Champions League. Spurs won the League Cup, so history could be repeating itself. Angie's thoughts on reaching the semi. It says we're in the semi-final of cup competition, so I think that's something to reflect this progress for us. We've got an opportunity now, home and away, to get a final. We've earned that opportunity. It's one to look forward to, but we've got important games starting this week, Sunday, Liverpool at home in the Premier League, and that we were still got to get through. And the mentality the boys are showing at the moment, we're going to get tackled these games the same way we have tackled the ones in recent. He's rarely got his chest pumped out, Ange Postecoglou, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And you can't blame him, can you? You cannot blame him. And do you know what? He said something last night or today in the press conference. We will have calmer waters ahead. He's spot on by saying that, by the way, because we have come through hell. And if we get results with the squad, with the players we have now, what have we been like when the likes of Van der Ven's back, Romero's back, Bentancur's back? Do you know what I mean? Fit players that come back. I know Debart comes back. A Vicario comes back. Do you know what I mean? We are going to be a force to be reckoned with. And if we buy anyone in January, I mean, we will be a force to be reckoned with. And also, this was a little thing I did at the end. 2K, thank you so much from everyone here on THFC Till I Die. Again, thank you. You've been so very, very kind. Colin, look, we're going to end off now. Are you joining me for the pre-match tomorrow for Liverpool? Or am I doing that solo?
No, I'm at work till 8 o'clock at night.
So I'm doing that solo. So you'll get me on my own doing that. Watch along course, Tottenham Team Talks on Sunday. We are setting up a new scheduling, so we will get you that up on the community page, so you know when we're on, what times we're on. So we're going to keep it more consistent now we have reached the big 2K. We've got a few things here. We've got Amarin has a very big mountain to climb, says Peter M. Really, I wish him well, as United are an English football institution, but I'm not sure he'll be able to do it. What would you say to that?
No, I understand where he's coming from. I do. But Amarin is making massive waves already at Manchester United. I think Amarin is the guy. Ten Hag was the guy before the guy. I think Amarin is the guy. I mean, who in your recent history, Dermo, that you can recall, who's had the power or, the guts to just go, what, Rashford, stay at home? Nobody.
No, but apart from Sir Alex Ferguson.
Exactly. Nobody's done that. There is a shift happening at Manchester United. Player power is no longer a thing.
No.
It's all about Amarin's way.
Yeah. Do you think Ten Hag tried it, but he didn't just get it right, especially with the Sancho debacle?
I mean, you heard my concerns about Ten Hag anyway. I don't think Ten Hag was tactically good enough. No. To be fair, I don't think he got the respect from the players either.
No, I'm so glad he didn't come to Spurs. And Jared O'Connor says, does Ange have any tactics, Dermo? Yes, he does. He's tactically a great manager. It's just who we are, mate. We attack.
It's score more than the opposition.
Look,
the old Fergie tactic.
Yeah, Ange's tactics is very much built on the Arthur Rowe push and run side of the 50-51 side. It's an updated version of that push and run side. And I think Ange will take us to glory. I think Ange is the manager before the manager as well, in my how I think about it. But I think Ange will build the foundations, lead us to some success, and then he would then give it to probably. I would love to see. This is sound really. People are going to say to me, "You're talking shite, Domo," but I would love for him to hand it on internally to another manager, like Liverpool did, like sort of Man United did. Have a former player that's established as a manager to come in to pick up the reins, that has the same football philosophy as Ange Postecoglou, and add it, not just go. But I think Ange will be here for another 3 or 4 years. I really do. I really do. I want to say big thank you to everyone, devs, to everyone who's got a membership. You are in the draw for the Paul Gascoigne shirt. Yes, not Gary Lineker, but Paul Gascoigne. If you are watching this on playback, it will be explained at the beginning. And I'm not taking any responsibility. It is lately for that, my co-host and channel partner, Carl Simpson. We'll blame him.
Okay, yeah, we'll blame Carl. Carl's not here to defend himself.
No, we'll blame Carl. If you're watching, Carl, hello. Right, where can people find you? We do have a couple of where you can find us, so I leave that to Colin. Also, Colin, do you want to quickly, before we end, give our channel sponsor a bit of a shout? And I will put the video on. So if you want to give our channel sponsor a bit of a plug.
Yeah, so our channel sponsor.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm pressing it. Now, there you go.
Our channel sponsor is Private Internet Access. They are a VPN service and one of the best VPN services around, if not the best. So as you can see here, your data is always being watched by governments, hackers, and corporations. However, with a VPN, it blocks it and makes your privacy 100% secure, and nobody else can get hold of that data. It's an absolutely fantastic thing, ladies and gentlemen. I kid you not. It is accessible on your phone as well, and you can switch locations in the simple press of 2 buttons. It's absolutely fantastic. I have it on my phone. It allows you to get anything, so you can watch American Netflix or American Disney Plus or wherever you are in the world. You want to watch something, you can do. It protects all of your social media, your banking, and it's available on loads of different platforms: Android app, Apple, iOS, Windows. It's available on all your devices. You can stick it on your Xbox, your PlayStation, your tablets, your TV, and it is unlimited. So one purchase will cover the whole family. It'd be a fantastic Christmas present. Hint, hint, hint. It covers the whole world as well, and it masks your IP address. So if you are one of these naughty people that watches games on certain things, such as, Cody and stuff like that, it will mask your IP address. Not that we endorse that. It has over 30 million subscribers and a 4.5-star Trustpilot review. So make sure you go and pick up your subscription today, as it's going to be a fantastic Christmas present. And not only that, it is cheap.
Yeah, it's €43 a month, a year. For the year, for 2 years, and you get 4 months free as well at the end of it. So do pick that up to help them. It helps me and Colin keep doing what we love doing. It's a little extra, little present to you guys from us here at THFC Till I Die. Also, if you want to get in contact with us, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram now as well. The links are in the description. Of course, we're on TikTok and we're on X as well. Colin, where can people find you? What are you looking at?
This is mine. This is mine. I don't know if you can see it properly.
Yeah, I can, yeah.
So I don't know whether I can do this very quickly. But as you can see, just there, I've got a little button there. It says I'm in London there. I'm just going to quickly go on. I mean, you can't see what I'm doing live, but quickly go there. You can see it's got loads of different places that I can stream to, I can connect to. So I am going to connect to, where do I want to be right now, Dermo? Where do I want to be?
Be in Ireland with me.
Be in Ireland.
Be next door
there
to
we go.
me.
And I've just pressed connect to Ireland, and it's connected me straight to the Irish server on my phone. It is that simple to do.
Yeah, please do it, guys. It really is worth it. And it's a great Christmas gift as well. If you're struggling what to get for your what to get for your brother or your sister or your sons, your daughters, your mams, your dads, your granny, even granny, even your nana or granny would like it. Granddad or your or whatever you call your grandparents. Even your next door neighbor called Bob, he might be on his own, and give him that and make them. And also do look out for people that are on their own this Christmas. It can be a lonely time for everyone. So do show a little love and give them this VPN because it is worth it, guys. As I said, you can contact us on all platforms now. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, on TikTok. No, I'll let you read it out. Yeah, no. Oh, we're on TikTok, the Facebook page as well, which is called. Because I always get it wrong.
Oh God, you're asking me now. All the links are in the description.
All the links are in the description to do like it's there. Colin, I know they can find you on here, so but where else can people find you?
You can find me over on the MUFC Spotlight when I actually do anything on that channel. You can find me over on the Full Time Sports Network. Feel free to contact me on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it. You know, I will happily get in conversation with you there. You can find me over on Big Up as well, which is Matchday Magic over on Big Up, mine Dermo's new channel. Double Done Gaming, which we will get some stuff on there, I promise, at some point. Please don't hate us. We will get there eventually with that. Or if you really, really want to, and this is if you really, really want to, you can email at thfctid2024@gmail.com. And if you want to come on the show, let us know.
Yeah. We are looking for new staff. We're looking to expand because to be honest with you very quickly, we're looking for a new host for a post-match show. At the moment, we've got people out ill at the moment, if I'm being honest, and I'm doing most shows and I'm finding I'm getting a bit lethargic. There's a football season's a long season, to be fair. Colin started a new job, so his hours are different now, and I know he's trying his best as well. So it's only really two of us working. So if you want to join the THFC Till I Die team to get to 3K, to get to 4K, to get to 5K, to get to 100K, do email us. We'll get you on and see if you would like to join us and, be the face of the post-match show. That is down to you guys. But thank you so much for watching. We are back tomorrow at 8 o'clock with the post-match show. We're also back on Sunday, of course, with Tottenham Team Talks. We're also back with the watch-along. Now, I think there is a post-match show on Sunday after the Liverpool game. So we are going to do that live. Monday, there will be a show as well. And Christmas Eve, we are going to do something on Christmas Eve, a little show, just to... You always do. We're not going to be mostly on Tottenham. It's going to be football talk on here. And we will. And then, of course, St. Stephen's Day, I will be doing the Nottingham Forest game. We'll be covering that Tottenham Team Talks, watch along, and the post-match show as well over the Christmas period. So we will see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock for the pre-match show and the watch along and the thing. Please like and subscribe. We're now good over 2K. Let's get to 3K. That's the new margin. Colin, thank you so much again. And thank you, Colin, for everything you've done because you've been such a big help. You've joined us about a year and a half ago now. And you really have been such a really massive help to me personally on and off the streams. And thank you so much.
I mean, I don't know. It's all you guys. I just come on and just spout rubbish and you happily let me do that.
Yeah, well, I spout enough rubbish myself. Really, on that bombshell, we're going to leave it there. We're back tomorrow. Please go over and like and hit the like button on the predicted lineup I did earlier. That's out now, guys. Please hit the like button on here. It does get like buttons helps with the algorithm. Let's get out there. Whatever you do, come on, you Spurs and Big Andrew we trust. We never stop. Roll on, Liverpool. We're going to beat the mighty Reds. We're on our way to Wembley. Come on, you Spurs. Dermatron's gone delusional. Woohoo!